What's up guys, my name is Carlos Alberto. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel this week. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe and also hit that notification bell button so you are aware every time I upload a brand new video. Today what I have for you guys is a hair video, and I want to make hair content for you guys because I feel like at this point it's probably the most important thing in general in terms of like men's grooming, simply because barbers are closed and no one's really cutting hair right now. And there was also a lot of cool videos that went out, one showcasing how to cut your hair, two showcasing current hairstyles, also trends for 2020. I even made a video myself talking about current trends and what I thought was going to be happening in the year 2020, but I think it completely is now irrelevant because we're not too sure when lockdown is going to be lifted, and also we don't know how long we're going to be able to maintain this hairstyle. So with that in place, I wanted to make a new video for you guys talking about updated hair trends for 2020, which is shaggy. The reason why shaggy is because I think that right now we have no other option, and instead of cutting your hair bald, instead of doing something to your hair you might not be very fond of in 1 hour's time after you've made that impulsive decision, I feel like you guys should just try to work with your hair, work with your mane, and see exactly what it is that you could do. Try new hair products, try a new shampooing routine, try a new hair routine, try blow drying it at night, try blowing it upside down. Do what it takes for you guys to better enhance your everyday routine, and you'll know exactly what that is that's going to keep your hair healthy. For example, if your hair is very curly, then you're gonna need a lot of moisturizer because curly hair needs moisture. So you could maybe just do a hair mask once a week. Or if you guys have a very dry scalp of some sort and dandruff, then you guys can try different shampoos and also different DIY methods, which you could find all over the internet. And I also have some, so maybe I'll link some. So I figured that today I will make a hair video talking about 7 cool shaggy hairstyles that you guys could come close to. And I wanted to start off with the shortest length, which is right here, and my computer's right here, so if I'm looking this way, it's because my computer is right there. This guy right here, this gentleman has a very short length right now. And this short length I want to really showcase because also I feel like this is something you guys could do even yourselves if you want to cut your hair by yourself. There is no fading, there is no blending, so this is just a lot easier for someone to do at home with no experience, with little to no experience. And I tried this myself. I didn't really cut too high on the sides, but I did try something similar to this, and it's really hard to mess up. But something like this would be really cool because you don't touch the top, you don't need to layer, you don't need a texture, you don't need to do any of that. You just literally focus on the sides and making sure that the sides are cleaned and edged up, and that's basically the foundation for this hairstyle. So I think that something like this would be very cool for someone who has very long hair already, or maybe the sides get a little bulky, unmanageable, and you can't really slick it back the way I do. Maybe you're gonna actually need to take that little step to move forward to execute a really cool hairstyle by doing it yourself and getting the clippers and just taking a little bit length off on the side that isn't a technical cut. So this is something that could definitely save your hair and save you from wanting to cut your hair bald. That's number 1. Number 2, this hairstyle is actually pretty cool, and it's for someone who has more of a longer length on the side and also hair that's a little bit more manageable. This gentleman right here has hair that is a little bit in between wavy. It's actually wavy and straight. The wave really enhances some curls on the front fringe and on the sides. It just looks really nice. It looks very naturally textured. So if you have a wavy hair, naturally your hair is going to be textured, especially if you have a lot of volume and also a lot of hair like this gentleman. It looks really solid. And I feel like something like this could be easily executed by trimming your hair at home and really taking your time by taking some length off with scissors, not clippers, and it's always a little bit more safer. So if you guys feel like cutting your hair or trimming it just a little bit, also known as a bang trim, then you guys can go ahead and do that. This guy's hairstyle is really cool, and this is kind of blown out and styled upwards, and it just looks really natural and shaggy, but it looks really cool. The next hairstyle is for someone who has very curly hair, a very curly mane, and really wants the sides to be a little bit more clean. For me, my favorite thing that I've been doing right now during quarantine is slicking my sides back, and I really put product on the sides and just really make sure that I slick it back. Kind of gives me the illusion of having very short sides, but really they're just tucked back behind my ears. And I've actually been really enjoying this style, and I'm trying to come up with a way where I could actually keep the sides a little bit shorter but keep the length back here very full, because I really like the way it gives the effect on the back just being very full. But the top of this gentleman's hair is obviously just very loose fringe, curly. It's not too hard to style this hair because it's gonna style itself essentially. So this hairstyle goes very well with someone who has very curly hair. And like I said, if your hair is very curly, on the sides and unmanageable, this haircut that this gentleman has right here is something you could probably do by yourself with some clippers, and it's not going to be too technical. So you want to stay away from any technical cut because that's what could potentially mess up your whole hair. Now, number 4 is someone who has more of a straighter, wavier length. This is probably a stage that my hair gets to. I think the tips get very wavy. My hair, I have a lot of hair, so it gets very full and it weighs it down quite a bit. Especially if my shampoo routine isn't on point. At this point, if my hair was this long, I would probably have to shampoo it every other day simply because I go to the gym and I wear a hat. So I feel like with all that moisture built up on top of wearing product every single day, it just weighs your hair down quite a bit. So this is something that I think for you to be able to rock this hairstyle really solid would just have to be finding a really cool maintenance routine for yourself when it comes to shampooing and the hair product that you're using of your choice. But I think it could be easily done for someone who has hair like mine and also in between the wavy and also a little bit straighter, and also if you have a lot of hair and such. Also, this isn't for someone who just has a lot of hair. I think for someone who has a bigger forehead, receding hairline, it could really work to just push that hair forward. And also if your hair is thinning, sometimes if it's done right, depending on the level of thinness, depending on your hair type, I think that this could look really good. Kind of like the guy from the movie, I don't know his name, but the photo's right here, where his hair just looks really cool and it's thin. It could be something you could pull off very easily. Number 5 is someone that's more on the wavier, heavy wavier set type of hair. And this is something that looks really cool because you don't need that much product. It doesn't take that much effort, because when you are going, you know, as you go up a scale of your hair being curly to wavy to wavier to thick to whatever, your hair kind of just styles itself, and there's this natural element that your hair produces that it just kind of takes away from you having to do your hair every morning and being so technical and being so manicured in terms of like taking a blow dryer to your hair with the brown brush comb. You don't really need to do that when your hair is this long. But this guy styles it really nice, and it's just chopped very nicely, super shaggy, kind of the quintessential example of really cool shaggy wavy hair. And as you can see, it's just naturally parted on the side, which looks really cool and it's really in right now. And also the back is just covering his ear, so there's really so everything just looks really nicely put together. And like I said, if your hair is very long or there's parts of your hair that just doesn't make sense and you can't achieve something like this but are almost there, you guys could also feel free just to take some scissors to your hair, and not to your hair like this, but I'm saying find a way to try to cut your hair in tiny increments in order for you to have achievable hair. So that's what you could do. Now, number 6 is a curtain hairstyle. This guy has curly hair as well. As you can see, my dog has hair similar to that guy, and it looks really cool. And I think that this is something that anyone could do as well. I think the curtain hairstyle is very popular right now, and it's also something that's very achievable if you have length. All you really have to do is side part it and then also figure out how to blow dry it. For me, I could do something like this very easily if I take a small round brush comb, gently comb to the side and pull them down. That kind of allows me to have more of like a wavier, curly curtain hairstyle. Also, if you have straighter hair, maybe a little bit of a seesaw or something that's going to give your hair a little bit more curl, a little bit more volume, then you could really tussle that in. It's something for you to figure out because I don't know your hair type. But it's something that this hairstyle is really cool and easy to do as well. And for this, your sides are literally going to get covered with the length on top, so it's going to fall and drape over your ear essentially. So there isn't that much work that you have to do to the sides. If you do want to clean around the edges of your ear just to make it look a little bit clean, I suggest you keep the sideburns a little long and messy just so it can elongate your face, and also just so it can blend in pretty nice into the curtain hairstyle. Now, last but not least is number 7, and this hairstyle is really cool. This is something that my hair gets to as well when it gets too long, and I feel like right now, if my hair was just a little bit shorter on top, it would be exactly like this gentleman's right here, and it looks really cool. I think that something like this is very desirable, and it also looks very modern and very hip, and it takes very low maintenance, and you don't really need to do much. You don't necessarily have to have a crazy hair routine because it's just very shaggy and curled up and bunched up on top, and the sides are a little bit shorter, but nonetheless it looks really cool and easy to do. And this could also work for someone who has very curly hair as well. It's probably a lot easier. Very curly hair type is something that could easily be achieved. And also, as you can see in this photo right here, the sideburns are very cleaned and taken care of, and it all matters, but it looks really cool, and it's not that hard to achieve clean sideburns because you just need to take some scissors or a trimmer, a beard trimmer that every guy probably has, and just really fix your hair a little bit in very slow increments. So take your time if you're doing it yourself. And if you have a friend who has a little bit of barber skills or hairstyling skills, then you could easily just ask him to come over with a face mask and a lot of bags over his face or whatever people are doing. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what hairstyle you guys like, 1 through 7, and what your current hairstyle is right now. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram for more of my daily posts, I post there every single day, guys. I know that I've been posting a little bit less on YouTube just because I feel like my moneymaker is on Instagram, and I just feel like that's just where I get my best and most engagement. I'm just keeping it quite honest with you guys. So if you guys are interested in, if you guys want to hang out with me a little bit more every single day, then you guys can follow me at ByCollegeBird. I post there every single day. And if not, you guys could see me here once a month on my YouTube channel because that's what I'm aiming to do. So thank you guys so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Don't forget to put style on everything. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out. Wear your face mask.